So this is a 3-hour workshop that looks at one of the banes of people's lives in most organizations, meetings. Most people think they have too many meetings. Most meetings are done quite badly. There aren't necessarily good structures in place around a lot of meetings, and people feel like meetings are often a waste of time. But meetings, when you think about it, are also one of the very few chances that we have for humans to get together and share attention. Sharing attention is probably the most generous thing that you can do, and is also one of the most productive. When it works well, communication really leads to massive increases in productivity. So once we start to understand how we communicate, once we start to understand some of the practical tips and tricks to make meetings more productive and just better, then actually we can start to see meetings as a really positive and powerful tool. Perhaps still something that we want to have less of and just have fewer meetings in general, but we really want to make the meetings that we do need to have that much more insightful, impactful, and productive. So in this session, people will get a whole range of PDF resources, different checklists, different ways to challenge the culture, as well as things that just make organizing and fixing meetings much, much easier. As with all of our workshops, everybody also gets access to the Productivity Ninja Academy. So there's a whole load of online resources, different courses that you can take, so people can continue their learning in a blended way and on their own time with their own devices. So in terms of who is this for, we do this in groups of about 15 to 20 people, and it's really good to get a cross-section of people from across teams, across organizations, because ultimately it's about individual survival techniques for meetings, but it's also about culture and how we can start to shape and change the culture, which you don't need everybody to be in a workshop to do, actually. If you've got a small number of people who are the cultural carriers, the cultural ambassadors, the people who really influence and make change, then actually getting those people together, you'll find you can actually make some really big changes to culture as a result of them really having that focus on this during the session. If this is of interest, we'll be happy to talk to you about our return on investment for this workshop, as well as the logistics of running this. So we've run this often within your organization, within your building. We've also run this as a conference session in other venues as well. And it's a workshop that we think really starts to address some very significant challenges and really has a very clear ROI. We try and say that if people are coming and dedicating 3 hours to the workshop, we'll try and give you all 3 of those hours back by reducing the time that you're either spending in organizing meetings for other people or reducing the time that you're participating in other people's meetings.